Greetings, fellow barbarians. It is I, Alan Odinson, and this is the Barbarian Lounge podcast. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Pretty wild week thus far, all across the world, as always. It seems like, as I've talked about a couple times, we're in that escalation mode. It's like a quickening, if you will, where everything's just, I don't know about you guys, but where the fuck did September go, right? Time seems to be speeding up. Everything is just in full speed motion right now. And it's like we're going downhill on a slippery slope. and everything just seems wide open all the time. Time just seems to be sneaking up on us. So it's important for us in the time that we have to make good use of it. That's for sure. Let's do a little intro here just to get everything started here. All that housekeeping that has to be done every time. Got a few new announcements, so don't zone out as I'm saying this. So, first off, our website is thebarbarianlounge.com. Go there, check it out. We're going to have some new updates up there pretty soon. A couple items in the store right now are thug cords. Also, in light of everything that's been going on with the Las Vegas shooting, we do sell tourniquets there. I would urge you to get yours there. If you can't carry anything, carry a damn tourniquet in your pocket. Here in the very near future, I'm working with a medical friend of mine right now to get everything sorted so it's perfect. I want to offer you guys the best thing that I possibly can. We are looking at selling personal IFAK kits. Basically, it's your wound care kit if you get shot. I had somebody tell me earlier this week that, not a lot of people can carry an IFAK in their pocket, and it's not necessarily true, because I do. There's several different ones out there, some more expensive than others, but we want to bring you our own personal IFAK kit here from the Barbarian Lounge that you can utilize when you're out there in the field. Something that'll fit right in a cargo pants pocket that you can carry with you all the time. We want to make it as affordable as we possibly can. Granted, a lot of these things are rather costly, but it's like I said to him, if you've ever been put in a situation where a loved one or even yourself is bleeding out right there, the cost of that product is not going to matter in the least bit. So stay tuned for that. As it stands right now, we do have the Rats model tourniquets in there, and they're phenomenal. A lot of people like to shit talk the Rats. And they're like, oh, it doesn't work, it doesn't do this. If it doesn't work for you, I can assure you you're applying it incorrectly. Okay? We've tested them with the pulsometers, and they absolutely do work. So check it out there, the store at thebarbarianlounge.com. Also urge you to check out that donate button there. You click on that, you're going to have two options. One of which is a one-time PayPal donation, which is very, very self-explanatory. The other option is, also a recommended option, is our Patreon site. That is our member site, patreon.com/thebarbarianlounge. You see that little Patreon button, you click it, it'll take you to that page, you can become a member there. Membership costs a minimum of $1 per episode. I do a maximum of 8 episodes per month, no more. If I do less, you don't get charged for them. But no more than 8 episodes per month, and, you have the 4 regular shows that are released early. A lot of times recently, it's been about a week early. They get released early for our 4 regular shows, but you also gain access to all of our member shows, and we do 4 members-only shows per week, or per month. Jesus Christ, I couldn't do one 4 per week. 4 per month. There it goes. We do those each month there, so and those members-only shows, I try to keep them somewhat educational. Sometimes it's a good place for me to say things that I don't necessarily like to say over the open airwaves. Matter of fact, the last show I did was on active shooter response to an elevated threat, basically. So if you have like an elevated active shooter, what your response should be to that, and some different items, different tactics and mindset tools that you can utilize. So there's a lot of stuff like that on there. There's episodes on EDC. There's episodes that are broken down on the different books of Musashi. Just all kind of stuff on there. There's me yelling about throwing commies out of helicopters. All kind of stuff on that member site. Like I said, $1 per episode, and you won't get charged any more than for 8 episodes. And there could be, just a little heads up to everybody, there could be a change coming to the format on the members show as well, for all the members and stuff that are out there. I'm looking to, as it stands, the way I have it set up, I have a lot of people picking out the pot before I actually get the rewards from people investing in the show. So I'm looking to minimize that as much as I can. So look for some possible changes in the future to possibly even changing platforms. Some iPhone users have had some issues with the Patreon app. So, and they don't like to go there and download it and whatever. I guess it's mental calories. But I'm looking to kind of streamline things a little more. So this is kind of a one-man operation, and the funds are not really flying in. So, I'm putting about as much into it as I'm getting out. So, stay tuned for that. If you're not following the Barbarian Lounge podcast on Facebook, go there, search us. You'll find it very easy to find. That's the easiest way to keep up with everything that's going on there. And obviously, if you have iTunes and Stitcher, you can track us there as well. Now, a new addition that I wanted to talk about real quick that we're adding here to the Barbarian Lounge is something that I just kind of had this whim of an idea and thought to myself, well, this would be kind of an entertaining way and almost kind of a covert, under the radar way to kind of hit a generation that a lot of people are forgetting about. If you've listened to a lot of my shows, I've talked about, especially recently, about the lack of responsibility in the older generation to train up and build the younger generation. A lot of us are like, oh, they're just, you just can't get through to them, and yada, yada. And so what ends up happening is it's very easy to just say, well, they're hopeless and not worry about them. Well, I can assure you, if you're not willing to spend time with them and train them up in the ways that you would like to see the next generation, like the values you would like to see them espouse, let me tell you, there are plenty of groups out there that will do it for you. If you look at most of the Antifa that are out there, who are they? Who are they? They're the young kids, the young people. Those are the minds we need to reach. So, I made a move recently to set up an account on a website called Twitch. If you don't know what Twitch is a place where you can stream online gaming. So basically, people go there and play video games, and trust me, this is a new thing to me because I've never understood it, but hey, whatever. We're in a different generation right now. A lot of kids these days, they enjoy watching people play video games and listening to them talk rather than playing the games themselves. So Twitch is huge right now for people watching other people playing video games. When I say people, mostly I'm talking about kids. Okay, kids, your teenage, young adult, those type people. So I created a Twitch account on there, and I'm going to be streaming multiple times a week. I've already been on there 3 times this week. And basically what it is, it's going to kind of be, I kind of like to do them at night, but the streams are saved, so you can go to the channel and check it out and listen to some of them. Now, bear with me, I'm still working some of this stuff out, so some of the audio might be some problems, but I'm making adjustments as we go along. But on Twitch, I've created an account there, and basically what we're doing is we are covertly infiltrating this world, all right? The hearts and minds of the young people are the ones we need to reach, and those are the ones that, for a lot of us in this movement, we're the older crew. A lot of us don't venture into their realms and feel like we can hang. Well, Odinson's not afraid, and I will do it. So I've been on there 3 times this week, and basically how I've been doing the shows, I forgot to save the first show. The first show was really good. I had several people. I was chatting with a lot of people on there. It was pretty good. The other 2, not so much. I did them kind of at a weird time of the day, so there wasn't a lot of people on. But basically, I'm kind of doing it like a Barbarian Lounge late night edition or something like that. So what I do is I go in there and I'll stream myself playing a video game, right? So I'm playing a video game, and throughout the play of the video game, I'm talking about real shit. I'm talking about the stuff that's going on in the world. I'm talking about, just whatever kind of comes to mind. A lot of the similar content that we talk about here on the Barbarian Lounge. I even talk about tactics on there. I had a long discussion about the concept of actually what it means when you say get off the X with someone on there. And I was able to kind of show it in a demonstration as I'm playing the game, which was actually pretty cool. It added a little different element to things. But as I'm streaming, there's a live chat that's going on on the side of the screen. So as you can type in and ask questions there, and I can answer them right there as I'm playing the game. There's obviously a slight delay, but it's actually a pretty cool format. I'm usually on there for several hours. So I'm not a huge gamer or anything like that, and I'm usually on there playing first-person shooters and whatnot. So, I'm just kind of playing around with these different ideas. But there is a channel you can go to. You can go to, I'll add a link on the show page here. So when you go to the barbarianlounge.com, you can click on the show page here, and you can find it. I'll probably try and put one on the main front page as well so people can see it. But if you've got a pen or you got a good memory, it's pretty easy to remember. It's Twitch, that's Twitch, like you got a Twitch, twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge. Now the B and the L of that are capitalized. When I type it in, I'm not 100% sure that makes a difference. But that is the channel. You can go there, you can follow me and get notifications every time I'm online. So every time I'm online, you can, if you want to hang out and listen to me talk some shit, and if you got any questions, maybe there's something you want to talk about, maybe there's something you want to bring to people's attention, and we can have a discussion as I'm playing. Let's do it, man. I enjoy the format. It's entertaining because it kind of lets the time fly by, and it also allows me to directly interact with people, which is something that I've been wanting to do for a little while. But I didn't want to do the classic like YouTube thing. I wanted to do it kind of different, So, and I think Twitch is a good way to reach a younger generation, because that's the goal right now, the hearts and minds of the young generation. If we fail them, we have lost. So yes, the Barbarian Lounge has invaded Twitch. So we are there, twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge. No THE, just twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge. Go there, give us a follow, and check us out. There's also there, because I'm going to be doing probably about 3 to 4 or more shows a week. Guys, there's a donation button there. I mean, a lot of people don't understand the fact of time and everything that goes in this. This is one thing I've really been weighing with the world of podcasting lately. You guys don't understand how much time and effort goes into a lot of the show research, getting the content out, editing it. This is a one-man operation. And the same thing, even though I'm on there playing video games, I could be on there talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. I could get on there and talk about things that these kids would like to talk about and get an ass ton of views, get, 100,000 views or whatever. I could get that and probably make a lot of money from that, but that's not what I want to do. That's not the purpose of being there. So I am taking my time to be on this platform to try and reach an audience that everyone has given up on. So if you appreciate that aspect, if you appreciate investing in the future and appreciate the dive in and the multiple hours that's going to be put in there, go there on the Barbarian Lounge Twitch page. That's twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge, twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge. You can go there. You'll see a bright red donate button. Click on it. Just give a little donation to say thanks, man, for the hard work. It's one of those things that I think is very, very important for us that a lot of us are fucking up on. I've been saying it for a long time now, that the lack of care for the next generation and the lack of responsibility that the older generation is willing to accept for the failures of the young, it's pretty sad, and we need to start making moves to reach those people. Those are the people that these leftists are after. And if we just let them have them, you have no one to blame but yourselves. So join me, twitch.tv/Barbarian Lounge, as we invade the world of online gaming. I know a lot of the people I reach are more of the older crowd, and they're kind of afraid to go into that. Let me tell you something, guys. Making a Twitch account to follow is so easy. It's ridiculous. It's no different than, it would be the same thing as making a Facebook account. It's seriously that easy. Okay? So check it out. All right, sponsors, Odinson Archery, traditional bows made from non-traditional materials. Go there and check it out. It's all of your archery needs can be found there. Every single purchase helps support the show. There's a lot of stuff on there. Best prices in town. These bows have been sold worldwide. There's not a whole lot of archers that work in the category of archery that I do that can say that. So, small business, grassroots organization that helps keep me afloat. So check it out, OdinsonArchery.com. And I don't. I can tell you. I can tell you this right now. My other sponsor. I hate to be that guy, but I'm actually going to not do the runner for it this week. So if you guys are listening, I'm not necessarily airing dirty laundry, but I'm not gonna do the little runner for my other sponsor this week because I'm still waiting on some things from you gentlemen. So hook me up and get back to me, and maybe we can start running your liners on here again. So. I gotta go savage, guys. I'm telling you, I am by nature a giving personality. I'm an individual that enjoy helping people. I do. As much as of a hateful, gruff individual that a lot of people think I am, and sometimes how I come off. I actually enjoy helping people. I do. It is for selfish purposes. I enjoy doing it. I like to help people that need help. But, it's been brought to my attention by numerous people that there's a lot of time that I put out there into a lot of different avenues. There's a lot of time I put out there that a lot of people are expecting me to just continue to give, and there's no trade-off, right? There's no trading of energy. That's basically what money is. When you give somebody money for something, that is an exchange of energy. You're saying thank you for your time, thank you for your effort. And there's not a lot of that coming back this way. So there comes a point where a guy like me who makes his living off of giving time to people, well, if it's not it's not a I give you and you give me type situation, it's just I give you and you take, I can't do that. I just can't do that anymore. And, I have to get over that sort of aspect about myself. So I'm sure a lot of you listening to this show fall in the same category, right? I mean, I know a lot of people that tend to be very giving individuals. They're like, here, I want to help you out. Let me help you. And people will fucking walk all over you if you allow them to do it. But that's the whole key, is allowing them to do it. See, a lot of times, you're like, I don't want to hurt people's feelings, and, they're my friend and all stuff like that. But that's the thing, man. In the realm of business, you've got to treat it as such. Business is business, friends are friends. If they're your true friend, they will respect the fact of your business. Okay? They will respect the fact that when they come to you and they say, hey, I need you to help me do this. I need you to teach me how to do this. If it's something that you offer, I need you to teach me how to do this. If they're your true friend, the next words out of their mouth will be the next words they say will be, how much will you charge me? Right? Because they understand that's your livelihood. But we live in a very take society. We do. And it's important for us to understand that the people out there that are making their living as a giver, as a helper, as someone who is trying to be a guiding light in a dim world, we need to help those people. Because once they start shutting up, and I'm gonna tell you guys, there's sometimes, man, I get fucking fed up with the shit. I really do. And there's sometimes that I'm like, you know what? I get sick of giving. And the people that have shown their ability to respect that I give you, you give me sort of relationship. And it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be money. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about an exchange of energy. Those people that do that, those people always have my loyalty. And I'll always take care of those people. Because I know that they appreciate. There's a lot of the people that support me on the members broadcast, man. Those people, they don't get enough credit because, quite honestly, they don't want it. The people that really do, they're out buying, they're supporting a monthly membership there. They're out there they're buying gear when they have the money to do it. They're commenting, they're sharing. That's the other big thing. That's the other big thing that gets me, especially, as easy as it is to click the like button and as easy it is to click the share button. It's very easy, but a lot of people don't do that. So we have to start understanding the value of our time. How much is your time worth to you? For me, it's like, if you think about it, I've always been the guy that valued time over money. What's more important? What is more important to me, time or money? Time has always outweighed money. It's one of the reasons why, in my past endeavors, that it's been difficult for me to work these jobs that demand more than 40 hours of me out the week. And it's because I'm sacrificing so much time to be there. And they ask for so much and give so little. You know, when I went into the realm of self-employment, in the realm of business, when I went into those realms, yes, I was absolutely putting in more than 40 hours a week, and I still do. I probably put in a good 60 a week. But these are things that I enjoy doing. They're things I enjoy doing for other people. I enjoy the satisfaction of sending out a good quality product to people. I enjoy the satisfaction when somebody sends me a picture of their kid with like a new bow from Odinson Archery. They send me that picture and the kid's shooting the bow. I love that. That just absolutely just makes my day when I see these sorts of things. So we have to start really understanding the value of our time and what it's worth. Never, ever, ever undervalue your time. Because there's going to come a point where you kind of hit this nexus point where you have to say, at what point is enough enough? At what point do I say, you know what? The amount of time that I put into this is not worth the amount of money or whatever I get back. And that's a very real thing. It's a very real thing. You know, for individuals who have their financial situation squared away, it's a little easier than a lot of situations. You know, when I talked about the job that I worked many years ago before I started my self-employment, when I talk about like with that particular job, I was there. I was making another individual money. I was making good money, probably some of the best money I've made in a long, long time. But the fact of the matter was I was miserable there, and it was sucking the total life out of me. Each and every day I had to get up. I was driving an hour there and driving an hour home and working from about 9 to 7 o'clock a lot of times. Straight through. Very, very stressful environment. Shouldn't have been, but it was. The amount of time that I was putting into that, I figured, combining that with the amount of stress that was going into it, the amount of disrespect that I had to put up with every day. I had to lower my standards to a certain level to appease the owner at the time. When I factored all that in, and I thought about what was worth more to me, this good money I'm making or the time that I'm losing. Because I can tell you, that time I was losing not only time with my family, time to do things that were important to me, but I also was losing time off the end of my life for the most part. I might have been losing time in a prison cell after a while. It was one of those situations, you know. So you have to really start factoring those things in on your daily tasks. Everything you do. What is worth more to you? For most people, I always say, like, if you think about it, if you think about your people on your deathbed, right? Your deathbed confessions. Most people, when they're about to die, you'll never hear them say, you know what? I wish I had more money. You'll never hear that. You'll hear them say, what you will hear them say is, I wish I had more time. Time is a resource that you are losing every day. Every single day. When someone is willing to give you their time, and they're willing to spend time with you, when they're willing to offer you knowledge, when they're willing to teach you things, you need to have the utmost respect for the value of that which you're asking for. I think a lot of times it's very, 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 very easy to discount that, because it's like, yeah, whatever. It's kind of like those people that, like the guys that are really well squared away in the financial category. You know, you go to them and ask them for like an instruction in something and say, you know, how much will you charge? And they're like, it's going to run you about $100 an hour. It's like, what? $100 an hour? Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm going to pay you $100 an hour. It's like, well, okay, that's my rate. And for you, for me, for some people, that may seem like way too much. I'm not paying that. But to that individual, their time is worth that much. The value of the knowledge they're willing to give you is worth that much. A lot of these guys, man, they're spending time away from their families. Even, and I hate for this to almost sound like a bitching thing, but even when you can talk to any podcaster and they'll tell you this, you never ever start podcasting for money. That's not the whole reason to ever do podcasting is for the money. The problem is when you start having all these different little fingers in the pot starts pulling at little pieces. Like, oh well, it costs this much to keep the website going. It costs this much to have the protection of the website so you don't get hacked by Antifa. It costs this much to have these items in the store. It costs this much to run this. It costs this much to run that. You need a software upgrade. You need this. You need that. Editing software. So everything starts to add up. Starts to add up in the long run. And that's, maybe it's not that way for some people, but I like to produce a quality show for people. I like to have a good mic. I like to have editing in there. I could just ship it off however I wanted to. But a lot of people don't really understand what goes into that. They don't understand, that there's times when for podcasters, there's times when they're actually, their wife has been working all day, right? Wife comes home, and this person comes home as well from their job. Everybody comes home, and it's like, I got to shoot a podcast tonight. I need to do some research on this material so I can present it to the audience. All that time they're spending away from their family, because you can't just hang out with the family and research at the same time. One of those two things is going to occupy all your time. So if there's one thing I can tell you guys today that I want you to walk away from this broadcast remembering, is I want you to learn to value your time, and I want you to understand how important your time is to you. A lot of us out there really don't understand how much effort that is out there with the guys that are out there on the field doing the work. Whether they're podcasters, whether they're going around doing speeches, like Augustus Invictus, my homie. Augustus is always fucking on the road, man. He's always on the road away from his family, and he's out there doing speeches. He's doing rallies that he can be at. He's running for Senate. I mean, the dude is always working. And, we've talked about it. It's like pulling teeth for the guy to get support. And it's like, what kind of future world do you want? What kind of world do you want? The people that the thing that come out today about the NRA, right? I can toss this out there. The people from the NRA, they were saying today, they were talking about the head of the NRA saying that yes, we do need regulations for the bump fire stocks after the whole Las Vegas shooting. And a lot of people were bitching about it. They're like, man, NRA, I can't believe it. They're turning on us and blah blah blah. But the $1 million question comes in is, how much effort have you put towards the NRA? How much effort have you put towards changing anything in the NRA? Do you give a shit about the elections that the NRA has? Do you even know they have elections? Do you even give a shit about it? You're upset about all the hunters that are in high positions there? Have you even looked at the people who run for the seats there? Maybe the wrong people are there, but what effort, what amount of time have you put in there to change those things? And it's kind of one of those things that we're constantly seeing. We see a lot of people, they bitch about this and they bitch about that, but at the end of the day, how much time is it worth to you? You can give it one of two things. You can give it money or you can give it time. But most people aren't willing to give it either. Most people aren't willing to sit down and write a fucking letter and mail it to their NRA official. Do you even know who yours is? But yet you want to bitch about the fact of the slide fire stocks. Hey, I'm not happy about it either, but hey, at the end of the day, what fucking work have you done? All the glory goes to the people on the fields, not those that sit on the sidelines and talk about how it should be. All the people playing fantasy football that's never played actual football. They'll sit there and armchair quarterback and stand up the whole time the fucking game's on, watching the TV like they're on the sideline as a coach. But they've never had the courage to actually get out there on the field and fight. It's easy to bitch and it's easy to complain. But the fact of the matter is if you're not willing to either throw support or throw time towards these individuals that you bitch and complain about, what are you even doing? What vote, what sort of actual meaningful thing do you offer to the whole conversation? You're nothing. It's like static. That's one of the reasons I've always poured so much effort into my members and tried to make their process as easy as possible. It's the whole reason I streamlined the website was because of those people. The people that are willing to put the effort out there. I mean, with everything that's coming down, this particular show, talking about from a time aspect, this particular show has been this year, 2017, this particular show has been attacked twice. We've been hacked twice, and one of our sponsors was attacked. Attempting to destroy the revenue stream. The first attack brought down our host site by these fucking Antifa scum. That was the first attack. And guess what? That's money flowing out to that. That's time that had to go into rebuilding, rebooting the whole system, finding new host, getting protection software, making sure information is secure. And then it happened again. Then it happened again for our sponsor. One of our sponsors got hit, all out attack. Massive amount of time goes into keeping those things up and running. It really does. But a lot of people tune out to that sort of thing. Because many times when you have the opportunity of, if you were line up a bunch of people and say, okay, let's say we've got a Coca-Cola here. We've got a Coca-Cola sitting here. We've got two Coca-Colas, okay? One of the Coca-Colas is free. The other Coca-Cola will cost you $1.50. But that $1.50 will go to support the small town farmer. Now, if there's nobody standing around and there's nobody there to judge them based on what they're willing to put into it, 9 out of 10 people are going to take that free one over the other. Because that's the nature of the beast. It's the nature of the beast to want to take something for free. But that's where you understanding the value of your time comes in. It really is. Because if you value your time, there comes a point where you say, you know what? That free drink is going to get pulled away. We're going to pull that free drink away. Because only the people that are willing to put forth the effort to truly value the product that this small town farmer is bringing towards them here. If I use Coca-Cola, I could use the same thing for fucking peaches, right? You got free peaches. If I'm using a farmer, free peaches versus peaches that'll cost you $3 a basket. I don't know how much they go. We'll just say $3 a basket. Nobody's around to judge you. You just take what you want. Nobody will see. If you want to donate, you can, but if not, don't worry about it. Most people are going to take the free peaches. Caring not for the fact that the farmer had to put a lot of the work into it. So I'm telling you right now, the people that are out there, the shows you listen to, I'm not saying this just for the fucking Barbarian Lounge. And don't get me wrong, there's a bit of a selfish bug that goes into this. Of course I want you to support the show. But at the same time, I want you to understand the people like me, the people out there like Augustus, the thousands of other podcasters out there, the people that are organizing rallies, the people that are willing to put their reputations on the line, the people that are out there in the arena fighting. They need your support. And I really, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm sitting here right here. You can hear that? That's my paper with my original show content on it. And I'm not even going to fucking cover it. I'm not even going to fucking get into it because there's a lot of podcasters out there that aren't willing to do a show like this. And you know what? If this fucking tanks me, it does what it does. Because the fact of the matter is, is I'm telling you, the people out there these are the people that are in the arena. These are the people that put their livelihood on the line. You know how many people after the events that happened in Charlottesville, you know how many people have lost their lives over that? Their entire livelihood? Fucking Red Ice TV. Red Ice TV had their location compromised. They had their websites hit. They were pretty much got shut down by these same fucking Antifa people. And why are they able to do that? Why is Antifa willing to do that? Because there's not enough people that are out there supporting podcasters. There are not enough people out there that are supporting groups like Red Ice. They're just not there. And I sound like a fucking preacher on Sunday morning talking about people not paying tithes money. But the fact of the matter is the fucking church is going to close if the tithes money doesn't come in. And if you want to hear voices, if you want to hear voices like mine, if you want to hear voices like Augustus Invictus, if you want to hear voices like Henrik and Lana at Red Ice, if you want to hear the voices of these people that are willing to go out and look the enemy in the eye, if you want to hear those voices, if you want to hear the voices of people who are willing to stand up against the slow encroachment, the slow death of what it is to be alternative media, if you no longer want to hear those voices, you do exactly what the fuck you're doing right now. Just keep doing it. Because I'm going to tell you, slowly but surely, it's going to start to get very, very, very quiet. It's going to get very quiet, and the only voices that are going to be heard are the fake neocon right guys, the jokingly alt-right guys, and the far left, the Communist Party. They are going to be louder than ever. I tell you guys, I'm fucking fired up talking about this, because this is something I've kind of been holding this shit in for a while. I've been holding this shit in for a long time, and I'm just at the point right now. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm sick of seeing people in the community of alternative media. I'm sick of seeing people taken advantage of. The people that go out there and do the research, that do real, true investigative journalism. True investigative journalism, not the crackpot shit you see on CNN, not the garbage you see on MSNBC, or even fucking Fox News anymore, that's more and more starting to sound like a leftist organization. Those people that are out there actually doing the research, actually not buying into the party line, that are at least questioning. It doesn't matter if it's a crazy fucking conspiracy theory. I get sick of reading them sometimes. But the fact of the matter is those people are out there doing the work. They're doing the work that other people are not willing to do. And we're all so eager to take that knowledge and walk away with it and say, thanks for the free shit, sir. I mean, there's so many ways. I cannot think of any real strong podcast out there that's really bringing you good, enlightening information that doesn't have or that doesn't have some sort of donation option on there that you can support them. I can't think of any. If they don't, hey guys, it's pretty easy to set up. You know, but what are the shows that are getting the money? You see, shows like this, shows like Red Eye, shows, guys like Augustus, all these groups out there. You talk about, my boy Justin Garcia, Pressure Project, or the Warrior Project now. All these groups out there, they're not getting George Soros money. They're not getting that hefty check from the fucking college. None of them are getting that. They're all dependent on grassroots. They're dependent on each and every single one of you listening to my voice right now. And where the fuck are you? We're all out there on the front lines. We're fighting. And we're turning around looking for our support to drop off more ammunition in the fight. We turn around. We see no one. There's a few scragglers behind there. There's a few people that are there doing all they can. All of my members, they're a small few, but god damn it, they are doing all they can. And they're looking for you. They say, where are you? Where's our support? We don't have any support here. There's only so long the line can be held with no support. Plain and simple. It's not rocket science. So I ask you, where are you? Where are you in this fight? Oh, I don't have time to get out there, and I don't have, my money's really tight. I hear that a lot of times. And hey, you ain't talking to a rich man here, folks. You ain't talking to a fucking rich man at all. I can assure you of that. You're not talking to a rich man. But I ask you, what do you value? Do you value this content? Do you value the content of groups like Red Ice? Do you value what people out there like me and several other people on the front lines are actually out there fighting? Do you value what they are doing for you, for your future? Because a lot of you aren't out there fighting for your fucking future. Do you value what they do? So how much is that worth to you? A membership with me, there's a lot of people that charge more than me. They value their time a good bit. Hey, membership with me is a minimum. And a lot of people don't do the minimum, and I have the utmost respect for you. But the minimum is $1 per episode, $8 a fucking month. And I still get declines sometimes of people that will steal my information and then let it get declined so they can take it away. Just steal. And that's like having your brother steal from you. Your brothers in arms stealing from you. But I have to ask, it's like, where are you guys at? And I know, like I said, I sound like a Sunday morning preacher, complaining about tithes money. But like I said, eventually if the tithes money don't come in, the fucking church closes. And that preacher that you valued so much that gets up there and is willing to do the work to spread his message to you, he's not going to be there much longer. And I'm telling you, all these shows out there, including this one, if you're not out there supporting them, they're going to crumble. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of pressure that comes from doing this shit. There is. There's a lot of it. And just in case you can't tell, there's a good bit of it weighing today. I've been holding this shit in for at least today. I started thinking about it last night, and it's been held in all day. And I had a nice little show, which is crumbled up in the corner of the room here. I had a nice little show kind of mapped out, and right now there's nothing in front of me but a fucking bottle of some unnamed drink that I'm drinking. And I'm just going from the heart. What you're hearing right now is from the heart. Because I'm telling you, when I talked to some of the people who've been through some of the shit, whether it was the debacle that happened in Charlottesville, and there's a lot of fuckery that went on there that a lot of you don't even know about. But whether it's those people, whether it's people who have been associated with different groups, or even with me, there's a lot of shit you guys don't know about because we don't air our laundry on the broadcast. But the fact of the matter is we need your support. All of us. And I know there's a lot of guys and gals out there that are doing shows, that are doing blogs, that are doing all this different things like that. And they think it, but not a lot of them are not willing to say it because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Well, at this point, standing on the front line for so long and taking flack, getting attacked by the enemy, rush after rush of crashing into our shields, blisters on our feet, calluses on our hands, our armor's dented. We're all standing there and we're fighting our asses off, and we're just waiting for the support to come in. We're just waiting. All of us. And we keep looking back at that hillside. We see a few people roll in every now and then, but we're waiting. We're waiting for that support to roll in that will change the tide of battle. That's what we need right now. You look around right now, when I talk about the quickening, how things are going, there's a lot of talk about this whole November 4th issue. This whole November 4th issue that's rolling around. And you've got this massive organizing of the far left. And there's a lot of people that haven't been able to do the proper research into this because, quite frankly, they don't feel like they have the time to do it. And the reason they don't have the time is because they have to put their effort towards making money for their family because they're not getting support from their people. That's the thing. And slowly but surely, the voices are getting louder and louder and louder from the far left. They're invading these other popular fucking podcasts. The podcasts that make the most money tend to be leftist backed. And I wonder why the fuck that is. You could say it's George Soros money or whatever it could be. But the fact of the matter is we are legion if we're willing to throw our money where it belongs. You vote with your dollars. And right now, motherfuckers ain't voting, so you're not going to see any change. You're going to see people get fed up. And you're going to see people walk. And I don't want to see that. I don't. I'm going to make this the last call here, guys. Last call, and I'm going to wrap this shit up. So, the heart of this entire 40-plus minute rant was I want you guys to start understanding the value of the time of the people that are out there in the fight. And fuck, if you don't want to support this broadcast, get out there and support another one. That's about where the point I'm at. If I have to fall so somebody else in the fight can live, I'm willing to sacrifice myself. Because I'll be perfectly honest with you, that's eventually what will happen. That's eventually what will happen if the support doesn't come here and it goes somewhere else. I'll fall, but someone else will live. But you guys have got to understand the people on the field, the people that are out there making changes, the people that are out there inspiring you to do better for yourself. They need your support. And a lot of them are proud individuals. They are people that don't want to sound like they're complaining. They are people that don't want to sound like they're bitching. But the fact of the matter is whether they're saying it or not, they're not saying. They may not be saying it on the air, but they certainly do say it. Okay. There's a lot of shows, there's a lot of individuals that I've seen fall recently. I've seen them fall. They've been attacked by the leftist media. Their jobs have been taken from them. Their funding has been taken. Slowly but surely, all these different things get pulled away. And what do our people do as a response? A lot of times, nothing. Or it's so minuscule that it doesn't make even a dent in the system. So I can tell you, with the utmost confidence right now, the left is going to continue spouting their nonsense. They're going to continue to organize. They're going to continue to win hearts and minds. The only ones out there that are fighting for you right now, week in and week out, doing the research, making the post, taking the time and effort, going into enemy territories like we're going into Twitch. Going in there and trying to reach these people. Because I understand, man. I'm not going to throw out the we. I understand we're in a death battle right now. We're in a death battle for the hearts and minds of the people of this nation. And I'm willing to get out there, sword and spear, with my shield and my axe if need be, and fight. But I can only fight so long before I fall if I don't have the support behind me. And that doesn't just go for me. Anybody else in this business will tell you the same thing. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up there. I want you guys to take my words at heart, and I want you to vote with your dollars. I want you to go out there and support good shows, support good broadcasts. I want you to support good people. If you can't throw financial support, click a fucking share button. Whether it be for me or whom the fuck ever. Click that share button and say, hey, listen to this. Hey, support these guys. Because you know what that is? It's a commercial. That's an advertisement. You are still helping. You are bringing more people to the fold. For a lot of us, that's all we're asking. Time or money. If you're not willing to invest either one of those, you're not even in the fight. So, alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up. My fellow barbarians, this broadcast of the Barbarian Lounge is closed.